This ring light's playing games with me. I had like perfect lighting, and then anyway, hi, welcome to what I'm sure is going to be a chaotic video. We are going to be dyeing my hair today and just doing a life update. We'll just talk a little bit about what's going on with moi. I'm sure you're all so rapturously waiting to hear updates. I haven't been here a little while though, and stuff is kind of going on. So we'll talk about everything. We're gonna do my hair. I decided that I'm going to do just like a pretty honey brown. I have had this hair. I'll start taking it down. I have had this hair since March of last year because when the pandemic started, this is what I got stuck with, which isn't bad, but I think it's time to freshen it up. I had a long talk with myself about, I've had blonde hair for like, well, is it blonde? I've had blonde in my hair for like 4 or 5 years consistently now, and I've done like the yellow. I did the accidental ginger, as we all know, which was something, wasn't it? But it's been a long time since I've just had my brown hair, so I think that's what we're gonna do. I don't know, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, my hair looks pretty. I think I like this like ombre situation that I have going on, but the reality of the situation is I am fully vaccinated now. I had my second shot. I should be saving this for the life update part, but I'll just tell you now. I had my second shot 2 days ago. The first day after was hell. I was so sick. My entire body ached. I had a headache for like 8 hours straight, I'm pretty sure. But why did I say I'm pretty sure? Like, I had a headache for 8 hours straight. But I'm so glad that I did it. I feel a lot better. You just have to get through that like 24-hour period and you will be good to go. But I had to talk to myself and I was like, listen, are you going to just like keeping this blonde up? That dark? I think it's pretty. I'm going to keep doing it like it's so expensive to be blonde. You have to find somebody to do it for you. I traveled so much, allegedly, but hopefully I will be traveling now that I'm vaccinated. And you know, I'm planning on moving, which will be in the update section. Also, is it pretty because it's blonde or like kind of light colored, or is it pretty because it's wavy right now? I think it's because the waves. I don't know. We're going to dye it. We're going to see what happens because I already bought the dye. But yeah, blonde hair is a lot of upkeep, and I would have to find somebody, and finding someone to do your hair is so hard, and it's hard to find someone you trust. So we are going to be having a return to basics, a back to basics today, and we're going to dye our hair with ours. It's all of our hair, obviously, with this Inspired by Nature. This is the Ion from Sally's. I have a video that is quite old now since I started doing this again in July. And I talked about this PR package that they sent me, and it had a shampoo, it had like a cream conditioner, leave-in conditioner, and a leave-in conditioner spray. Not a leave-in conditioner. It had a shampoo, like a cream conditioner. It was just in a jar, so that's why I got confused about it for a second. And then it has a leave-in conditioner. I've been using that in my hair since I got that PR, I think in June or July, and I love it. I am so about this Inspired by Nature line. I know a couple of people are like, well, can you do a follow-up video? Because that was one of my first videos that like did really well for me. Like, I think it has 800 views, and that's great for me. So yeah, I kind of just got pushed out, and so this is, I mean, I think it's a great line. I'm not going to review those products, but this Inspired by Nature is in that same line from Ion by Sally Beauty. So, yeah, I'm obviously a fan of it because it's the dye that I'm using. So we have this color. I went with medium honey brown, which I feel like is what my hair is. I feel like this is medium honey color. I don't know. And then because it's a permanent hair color, this is the Inspired by Nature 10 volume color cream developer. So I got the 10 volume because I'm going like tone to tone. If you have, don't quote me. I'm obviously not a hair expert. I mean, am I? No, because my hair turned orange the last time I dyed it on camera. But I know that like the higher the volume, the more it is for like a lightening, and this is for like a tone to tone. So I'm going just brown to brown. And hello, I have grays coming in because 2020 tried to kill all of us. So let's take a good look because this is the last time I'm going to have this like weird ombre I have going on. And I'll probably get it back in like 2 years and make a video and be like, I don't know why I dyed my hair brown. But I feel like it's time for some changes. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to mix it together and I will be right back. Oh wait, I should probably show you what the actual tube looks like. So my nails, by the way, are crazy. Last night I was feeling really bad because of the vaccine. And let me not say like, that means you shouldn't get the vaccine. You should absolutely get the vaccine. It's amazing. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but you should get the vaccine. So I was like, I'm going to paint my nails because it'll cheer me up. And I had this fun, like, glitter. And I was like, I want to look like a unicorn stepped on me. And I'm just glittery. And it looks crazy on camera, but it's cute in person. Anyway, so ammonia-free permanent cream hair color. It is, like I said, ammonia-free. It is PPD-free. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's good. And then this tube is made from 100% recycled aluminum. That's what I like about this Inspired by Nature. It's very, like, natural, as you can tell from the name. A lot of just emphasis on being green, which I like. And then it's with grape seed coloration. Oh, that's French. I was trying to tell you all the ingredients, and I got caught up. Okay, so again, ammonia-free permanent cream hair color with grapeseed and 100% natural pistachio, almond, and avocado oils. Love that. So it sounds like it's going to be moisturizing while it's baking in my hair. Okay, be back. I don't know why I keep cutting because I want to tell you what to do. So the directions are in a non-metallic bowl. I got an actual proper bowl. I'm so proud of myself. A non-metallic bowl used 2.5 ounces of Inspired by Nature hair color with 3 fluid ounces of the Inspired by Nature developer, mixing ratio 1:1.5. So this is 2.05 and this is 3 fluid ounces, which math. To determine the volume, okay, sorry, I did that. So yeah, I'm just gonna mix these two together in the bowl. So let me open this up. I use this color. I did my mom's hair. I dyed it about 2-3 months ago, and I used this product too, and I really, really liked it. So I was like, well, it's time to do mine. I'm gonna do this as well. So this is like pink. What is happening? What's happening? Oh my gosh. Okay, remember when I dyed my hair orange when I tried to dye it pink? Am I gonna accidentally dye it pink this time? It looks, okay, not to be gnarly, but it looks like when you get beef, you know, like out of a grinder or whatever. I don't, do you grind your meat at home? I don't, but you know, when you get it in the grocery store because you're gonna make hamburgers or whatever. When I lived in France, I would go to the butcher and literally get like meat there instead of getting at the grocery store because Paris is very fancy. And this is what it would look like when they would package it for me. So, also, as with everything, you should do an allergy test. I'm not, because I just decided I wanted to dye my hair yesterday and then I bought it today. And so that's as far as I got in that process. But I don't tend to be very reactive unless it's a vaccine. But again, this is an instance of like, don't do as I do, do as I say, because you should be doing an allergy test. I am thinking fingers crossed, I'm hoping I'll be okay because I use this line all the time. I already used it on my mom and I literally cannot get this stuff out of here. I need an assistant. But yeah, I'm sure I feel like it'll be okay because I use their products anyway. I never have like reactive issues to hair dyes and stuff. We'll see what happens. And when I used it on my mom, she didn't have a reaction. I'm not saying that means like anything because hair reactions aren't in your DNA problem. I mean, probably to some extent your allergies and like what you react to are probably something, I don't know, science. But yeah, I'll be fine. But you should do an allergy test because don't be reckless like me. Do not. Okay, I think I got all of this out of here. It looks horrible. And then we're going to put in our developer. I don't think I need to shake it or anything. We'll see. Oh, it smells lovely. It smells like the shampoo and conditioner I use, which smells very like avocado and whatever. Jojo. What is the other ones? Avocado, grapeseed, pistachio. It smells really, really good. Okay, so it is a 1:1.5 ratio. So it's this and this. So I went into Sally Beauty to get hair dye, and I knew I wanted to do brown. And then I walked in, and of course I was like, "Oh, just kidding. Like, what if I want to do ginger instead?" In fact, I put a poll on I also got a brush because I was feeling like an artiste today. So I made a poll on Facebook, and I was like, "Should I do ginger again, or should I do brown?" Because are you supposed to mix this with this brush? I think so. We gonna find out. Yeah, that's the point of it, isn't it? So I did a poll and I was like, should I do ginger or should I do brown? And it was truly like half and half by the time I got to Sally. I put it up last night. And so I walked in and I saw this really pretty ginger. was like, oh, I'll do ginger again. But the thing is, I have so much dark hair growing in, right? And my hair is dark all the way down here. I have brown hair. It's never going to stop being brown, except for when it starts going gray, which it is a little bit. But I was like, I'm just going to do this ginger because it's so pretty. But I talked myself out of it. After I bought it, I'm going to have to go back and return it. Because I was like, no, you got to stick with the brown. But also, when I was buying it, maybe I'll put up a little thing and I'll show you what the color looks like here. When I bought it, they didn't have the correct developer for it. And so the woman who was helping me, she was like, well, okay, you have 3 of these, so you get 2 of these, and then it's like 6 ounces instead of 3. So then you just do a 1-to-1 ratio. And I was like, what are you saying to me? Okay, so the way I just described it, you probably all totally understood. Well, I should have put a towel around my neck. That's fine. You probably totally understood what she said and exactly how easy that math is, but my brain short circuits when I hear math. I don't know what you're saying to me. Numbers are not my friend. I always have to get someone, like my accountant, to do my taxes because I don't know. I don't get it. It's a miracle. This is probably why I didn't get my Portugal visa because I didn't like calculate things right. So and also it was a permanent color, and I would do like a fashion ginger like I had last time, but I didn't want a permanent ginger. And so I feel like them not having the right developer and her giving me this math equation I couldn't solve was my sign to like not do this ginger thing and stick with the browns that I was used to. So this is what it looks like. It's doesn't look the most appetizing. It's kind of lumpy. I don't know if that's an issue, but for my ASMR girls. Okay. I think it's fine. Last time I did this, I just did it in like a plastic Tupperware with a plastic spoon. So like, I'm sure this is fine. All right. So away we go. I've been watching Rick and Morty. Is that a thing from Rick and Morty? I feel like it is. Yeah, I feel like we're good. Okay, so I got latex gloves because we don't want to stain our hands. And ooh, these feel nice. Ooh, these feel really nice. And we're going to start on my hair. And we're going to start talking about my life update. What, 20 minutes in? We can start. Okay, be right back. This might be the most glamorous I've ever looked on this channel. So, everyone, like, you know, I was going to say hold your horses. That's not right. Everyone, I don't know. I can't think of the right saying. Gird your loins, I guess. I also should not be doing this, like, right next to Lulu and Simone, but I don't feel like moving them. So you can see, like, my hair is pretty brown already, so I don't think this is going to take too much or be too much of a bad idea. Look at that technique. Technique. So, few things. One, I don't know how, I mean, I guess I can say this part. I auditioned for a TV show. I think that's all I can say about it. But the day that I came on, the last videos that I put up, no, not the last video I put up was my birthday video, which thank you for all of the birthday wishes. But the last video that I put up where, what was I talking about? Oh, my last Portugal video and my Gucci bag video. I filmed those both the same day, which was the day that we got power back on after I didn't have power for 4 days. If you remember, I was talking about that too. And right before that, so I hadn't had power from that Monday to, what time? To that Thursday at like 4 p.m. No, like 2 p.m. And my audition was supposed to be, Thursday at 4, and I kept moving. I was like, oh my gosh, they're just gonna be like, forget about it because you're too much drama. You just don't want to do this. You keep making up these excuses. But I was going to my friend's house for like the first person's house I'm gonna go to in all of this going on because I had to do this audition and we hadn't had power for 4 days. And my mom calls me as I'm leaving the back of the neighborhood, and she's like, the lights just came back on, which would have given me, I think, 2 hours to prepare for the audition. And then the producer casting, I'm not sure if it's a producer, maybe the casting person I spoke to, who was doing my audition, he texted me, he's like, hey, can you do it now? And I was like, I guess so. I guess I can't do it now. So that was like a month ago. I haven't heard back. I don't know. That's why I'm like, I feel like I can talk about it because I feel like I didn't get it. And if I don't get it, I'm going to make a video about what it was like to audition for it because I do think it's going to be kind of a big thing. And I could just share what my story was like. Now what? Oh, that was my ear. Now watch, I'm gonna put this video up and they're gonna call me and be like, oh, you got it. And you didn't tell anybody. And I'd be like, no, where was I? I didn't tell anybody. What are you talking about? But I didn't sign anything yet. And I think I could just say I auditioned for a TV show and that's okay. Well, I'll just have to take this video down if it turns out I did get it. I don't know. So that's one. I auditioned for a show remember in that Portugal video, I was like, you know, it's okay I didn't get my Portuguese visa because I feel like there's other things on the horizon. So this may be a thing. And even if this exact opportunity doesn't work out, I know that my audition had to go to the network. I don't know if this does anything. Just massaging. I know that my audition tape had to go to the network. So, you never know. Something could happen. Have looked into a couple of other visas. I know that Europe is kind of shutting back down right now. You know in Bridgerton where she had that style where she had like the two little bangs like this? To me, it looked like the movie Ants. That's what it made me think of. I feel like that's what my hair looks like right now. Anyway, so I have looked at a couple other visas. The ones I am interested in are Croatia and Estonia. Now, have I been to Croatia or Estonia? No. Is that gonna be a factor? No. I'll probably still end up applying for them. But I am kind of just, you know, waiting to see what happens with this other stuff I just talked about that I probably shouldn't be talking about, to be honest. But, you know, it's fine. But if not, I'm looking at Croatia and Estonia. I actually found this really good little compilation site that has a lot of info on like all of the digital nomad visas that you can apply for. And that's including like Antigua and Barbados. Did I just make up that they have one? Probably. Anguilla, Bahamas, Mexico, Estonia. I think Dubai's on there. Croatia's on there, Portugal's on there, Spain's on there. So it's not just European countries, but it's like pretty much anyone that has that digital nomad kind of freelancer visa that you can look at. So I'll put that in the notes. I'll put that in the description for this video if you're here because you're here for travel stuff, and maybe that'll be helpful to you. But yeah, I'm looking at Croatia. I'm looking at Estonia. My only hesitation with Croatia is it pretty much has the exact same requirements that Portugal did. You know, my beef with Portugal, or their beef with me, rather. I guess I should say, it was one of their issue with me, was the bank account thing. And if you watch my Portugal videos, you know that, what is happening with this hair? There we go. If you watch my Portugal videos, you know the issue was that when I sent my stuff off, the bank account wasn't a requirement, but the timing was like, by the time it got to the embassy, it had become a requirement. Although still, it was only supposed to be a requirement in San Francisco, and I went to DC, but neither here nor there now. But when it went to, oh my gosh, what was that thing called that I applied through? VFS. By the time it got to them, it wasn't a requirement yet, but by the time it went from them over to the Portuguese embassy, then it was. So I could not have had worse timing. And that was essentially why I didn't end up getting my visa. If you haven't watched those videos, you should go back and check them out if you're interested in learning about the process to get the D7 visa. But anyway, I also ended up getting a note that I didn't have enough in funds, which is the reason I'm not reapplying. A couple people have asked, are you going to reapply for it? I'm not, because I don't have another way to prove my monthly income. I submitted every possible thing I can. And so it's if they're not going to take that as tangible proof, then I don't really have another way to prove. But my big first issue was the bank account. That was what my initial rejection was. And Croatia has that same requirement. And so that's the thing I'm a little hesitant about. There's a couple places. I think in Costa Rica as well, if you apply for a visa, to live there as a digital nomad, you have to have a bank account there. And I don't know the amount. I can't remember. It'll be in the link I put though. But I just don't feel 100% comfortable opening up a bank account with $10,000 US in it in a country that I don't have secured residency in yet. And I understand why these countries have these requirements. I absolutely do. I don't think it's necessarily a reason to not apply for other people. It's for me. It's a comfort thing. So I don't know if I'll be doing that. Also with Croatia, you have to have accommodations confirmed already. And that worries me a little bit because, like I said, I've never been to Croatia. Portugal, I've been to a bunch of times. Madeira, I've been to a bunch of times. And I was going to be staying at a hotel in Madeira, and I had a friend there I have a friend there. I shouldn't say I had, that arranged it. And I met him through like travel blogging and working with that hotel. It's called Stay Boutique Hotel. I'll put a link to it too. It's really, really cool. If you're in Madeira for chill, you should check it out and stay there for sure. I love staying there. Everyone there is really nice. The breakfast is bomb. It's in the best location. Anyway. It's another conversation. But with Croatia, it would really truly be like sight unseen. And there's so much to choose from. Like, do I want to live in Split? Do I want to live in Zagreb? Do I want to live in Dubrovnik? Do I want to live in none of those places? Do I want to live on an island, you know? So there's a lot that's up in the air since I haven't been there before. And so securing a place and never seeing it is really scary. I think that even more so than the bank account, because like dealing with a lease is scary, and no matter where you are, as the renter, like, you can be in the bad position in a lot of places, including the US, obviously. So that is my hesitance there. And plus, I do think a lot of Europe is starting to shut down again because of everything. So I have time. I have time to figure out what I'm going to do. But if I am going to do one, those are the two that I'm really looking at right now. And so that is my like little international moving abroad update. Unless, as always, there is some Australian out there that wants to marry me, give me a shout out, because I would love to move to Australia. And I understand that partnership visa is really the thing to do. Just kidding. If I ever do get to Australia, I promise I'm not scamming. I found a legit way to get there. What else? Oh, but speaking of travel, since I want to keep saying I'm inoculated. Where am I getting that from? Since I am almost fully vaccinated, I think by April 10th, I will have like my 2 weeks of total vaccination. I am starting to plan some trips because I haven't gone anywhere in a year, and that is the longest I haven't been on an airplane since high school, I think. It was really stifling and hard, and I had to do it because, you know, you gotta do the right thing. But I can't wait to just really free-forming this art. Whatever happens, happens. But I'm starting to plan trips because it's been so long. And so I think the first thing I'm going to do is go to LA. My best friend, Nalling, lives in LA. And I haven't gotten to see her because of everything. I know, like, none of us have gotten to see our loved ones, and it's been incredibly hard. And so, yeah, you're like, obviously I'm going to go see my best friend first. And we were talking last night about going to Palm Springs. Talking about going to Palm Springs. Palm Springs is one of my favorite places in the world. I'm saying that as a former professional travel blogger. I would recommend anyone go there. I love it so much. Like, whenever people ask me my favorite places, I'm always like, oh, you know, Greece, and I love London, I love Madeira, I love Lisbon, I love Sydney, Australia's my favorite place in the world, blah, blah, blah. But if we're just like, honestly, if I could just get in a car and go anywhere right now, I would want to go to Palm Springs. I love it so much. It's beautiful out there. It is lovely. The mountains are so gorgeous. And it's just this, I mean, you're in the desert. You're in the real desert. It's very, very hot. It's very, very dry. I wake up in the middle of the night. I can't breathe. I don't know why I enjoy it so much. But it's just, it really is kind of this oasis. It's so beautiful. It's just chill. Like, you know, it's a lot of retired people out there. It's a lot of like just glamorous, minding my business. I don't want to deal with LA people. I really, really like it. When I lived in LA, I would just get in the car and drive down there all the time. Obviously, I kind of got to know it through going to Coachella. And it was like, you know, best part of my year was going to hang out in Palm Springs. I really, really loved it. And so we were talking about going out there. So I am going to reach out to some hotels in Palm Springs. I'm going to reach out to some hotels in Los Angeles and see if I can start getting some collaborations going again. And then we'll have travel content. We will, and for the first time since I restarted this channel in July of 2020. So what, 8 months, 9 months later? I don't know. Obviously, math, like I said. We will have travel content on this channel. And that's the reason I started it. And so I will be so excited to take you on a trip with me, or many trips with me, and see, I just got it all over my forehead, and see like how I travel, and see like travel through my eyes, and go on that experience with me. That's why I got into all of this, because travel is everything to me. So yeah, we're going to definitely have some LA travel vlogs. We're going to have some Palm Springs travel vlogs. Like, even if I can't get any collaborations. I'm just going to do a lot of travel content. So that's exciting. That's something coming up. Speaking of LA also, so if I do decide to stay in the US, I think what's happening right here? If I do decide to stay in the US, I think I might move back to LA. I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot. I know in another video, if you follow me on like my other socials, I've been talking about moving back to New York. And I really would like to move back to New York. I have my eye on a condo on Zillow, obviously, like we all have been doing the entire time. And I was in love with it. And of course it sold because it was like a really great deal and a dream place. And so I was really bummed about that. But I think, I mean, obviously I'm still looking. Obviously I'm not just going to not move there because one condo I really like sold. But I just have to kind of regroup and see if I can find anything else I really like and like where I want to live, and if I'm going to actually kind of get like a more traditional job, or if I'm going to still do influencing. Because as you know, if you follow me on Instagram, I have tried to quit being an influencer like 12 times over the course of the pandemic, like for real. Every like few weeks I had a crisis and was like, I can't do this anymore. And now that life is kind of coming back to normal, sort of, like we're inching out of it and we're putting one foot out, I feel like I can do this again. So that's also why I wanted to dye my hair, because I just wanted to like fresh start it and have a different look and be a different version of me. And I don't know if I've said this on this channel or not, but I have always felt that when I turn 34, which I just did, my life is just going to start to kind of change and go in a different direction. So yeah, we're just being open to the possibilities. But we'll definitely be traveling. We're definitely going to LA. We're definitely going to Palm Springs. I might go like up and through California. Maybe go to Hawaii. I don't know. I have to see what the travel situation is like there. But definitely we'll be traveling sooner than later, like maybe within the next month and a half. We'll have travel content, we'll have travel vlogs, and we'll have packing vlogs, and we'll have story times and like all this stuff that you tune into a travel channel for that isn't like, all right, well, I'm just going to tell you what I would pack if I could go somewhere. Is that enough? I feel like there's a lot left. I don't know, squirrels. I feel like I put a lot on. Oh, well, I was just thinking I probably should have like done it like this, but my roots are my roots are pretty brown. I mean, luckily the only places I'm getting these dastardly grays is like right at my temple. Like I'm a very distinguished professor somewhere. So I was thinking, oh, maybe I should like section it all off and go in, but really I'm pretty uniformly brown at the top, except for my professor grays, as I like to call them. But it doesn't hurt to just put a little bit more in. So what else can we talk about? So yeah, that's update on if I'm still going to try to pursue another international visa. That's a little where we're going to be traveling first update. I think I'll save that for another video. And that is where I may be moving video if I don't go the international route. So it'll be LA or it'll be New York. I just have not quite figured out which one it'll be yet, but it will be one of those. And we're going to LA first just to travel around and go to Palm Springs and be glamorous in the desert and lay by the pool and look at the mountains and I don't know, hug a cactus. You can't hug a cactus, can you? Okay, scratch that one. But everything else we're gonna do. And just kind of run around. And I can show you like my old, when I tell you, I have I have brown dye everywhere. You remember that Neutrogena foam tanner that we would all use in high school? That's what I'm gonna look like. I'm gonna be so streaky because it's falling all over me. I shouldn't think that's as funny as I do, but it's genuinely funny. Okay, so working that in. This turned out to be a lot. Look how much I have left. You see? I have so much left. This is crazy. I have very long, thick hair. So, good to know if you want to use this brand. It gives you, let's see. Also, I'm going to be honest. I'm laughing because I think I just enjoy the way this feels, and that's why I keep going in and putting it on. I think I have like all my grays and everything covered by now, but this is just a treat. This is for someone who hasn't been able to have a hair beauty spa treatment in a year. This is truly just a treat for me at this point, and I think that's why I'm going in so hard. So yeah, quick update rundown. I auditioned for a TV show. Let's not make that quite so flat. I auditioned for a TV show. We'll see. I probably shouldn't talk about that again, but we'll see. International visas that are in my mind: Croatia and Estonia. First travel trip. First travel blogger back on the road trip will be Los Angeles / Palm Springs, and I'm thinking about moving to either Los Angeles or New York if international does not work out. So we shall see. I think those are all of my updates. Let's see, I'm vaccinated almost. My first post-vaccination thing is I'm going to go get a massage. I'm very, very, very excited about that. And yeah, that's it. My life isn't that exciting still because I'm still in the house all the time. But we have stuff to look forward to. I think we're good on our dye. So I'm going to let this bake in, and then I will be back to show you what it looks like. I think you caught me. I love it. I love the way it turned out. So it's very dark right now. Remember, I did a medium honey brown, but it's really dark because, you know, when you first dye your hair, it's something about how like the molecules bond to your hair shaft. I don't know. I don't know the science. I don't know any science or math. And if that's one thing that we've learned in this video, it's like, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do know when you first dye your hair, it typically does come out a little bit darker. And then it'll lighten up after a few washes. So, but yeah, you can see it looks black kind of when I'm back here. But when I get into the light, it looks a little more brown, a little more warm. So yes, I love it. It's so beautiful. It came out really well. It didn't go orange, which is great. Even though I bought orange dye to do orange in the first place, it didn't go ginger. My hair is very, very, very soft. I feel like it's a lot healthier. I feel like it looks healthier because everyone knows if you watch this channel since July, I need a trim very badly. But I feel like I can get away with it a little bit longer now. So yeah, final product. This is the Sally Ion brand. Inspired by nature. Inspired by nature. Hair color line. So this again is the medium honey brown and the 10 volume developer, and this is where it got me, and I love it. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sticking around for my little life update. Hopefully in the next 5 or 6 weeks, it sounds like a really long time still, but hopefully in the next bit I will have some travel content for you. I might, before I like try to head out to LA and go to Palm Springs, I have the fan on because I'm hot. I might try to just do some local stuff, so maybe a hotel in New Orleans, or maybe just drive out to Florida. We'll see. One of my really good friends actually just moved back to Mississippi, and she got an RV, and she like redid the entire thing herself. So I might go stay with her and do a little travel thing there. I just want to see it in person. She's done like the most incredible job with it. Hi Heidi, I know you're watching. Yeah, so we might go hang out with her and do like a little travel vlog with her. The opportunities, is that the right word? Whatever, it's limitless. Whatever we're about to do, we're about to have a lot more chances to do it, and it's gonna be a lot more open because we're getting vaccinated, and that's really, really exciting. So stay tuned. There's travel stuff coming. Of course, there's more chaos coming, whatever I decide to post about. And like, comment, share, subscribe, come back. I will hopefully see you next time, and I love you. Bye.